Struggling to boost productivity or beat burnout? Discover how the 5 a.m. Club transforms lives with a simple morning routine that sparks greatness. Let's unpack the key lessons from this life-changing book. Welcome to Pages Unpacked, where we summarize different books, fiction, nonfiction, self-help, and others. Today I'm bringing you a book that will help you develop life-changing habits. Join us for a concise chapter-by-chapter summary of Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club. From Ajax's crisis to the 90-91 rule, learn life-changing habits in minutes. Perfect for anyone seeking focus, resilience, and a legacy. Let's dive into the 2020 formula and own our mornings. Chapter 1: The Dangerous Deed. In this opening chapter of The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, the story kicks off with a dramatic scene that sets the tone for the entire book. It follows a once successful entrepreneur named Ajax who has fallen from grace. Ajax used to be a top leader in his field, running a big company and living a fancy life with yachts and private jets. But now he's broken and alone, sitting in a dark hotel room with a gun to his head, ready to end it all. The chapter paints a sad picture of how success can turn sour if you don't take care of your inner self. Ajax thinks back on his rise and fall, blaming stress, bad choices, and ignoring his health. Just as he's about to pull the trigger, his phone rings. It's an old friend inviting him to a big personal growth event in Mauritius called the Spellbinder's Gift. Desperate for a way out, Ajax grabs a ticket and flies there, hoping for a miracle. The main story here is Ajax's near-suicide moment. It's a fictional tale but feels real, showing how even high achievers can hit rock bottom without balance in life. There's no other big example, but Sharma uses Ajax to warn about the dangerous deed of neglecting your mind, body, and spirit while chasing money and fame. The chapter talks about how modern life, with emails, social media, and endless work, drains us. It introduces the idea that true power comes from owning your mornings, not letting the day control you. Ajax arrives at the event, feeling lost among rich and famous people, but he's open to change. The key point of this chapter is, success without inner work leads to destruction. Starting your day with intention can save your life and elevate it. Chapter 2: The Call to Adventure. Chapter 2 dives deeper into the event in Mauritius, where Ajax meets two other key characters, Lily, a talented but struggling artist, and Vivek, a young tech entrepreneur facing burnout. The chapter is all about the call to adventure, like in hero stories where ordinary people get pulled into something big. The three of them are at this fancy conference hall listening to speakers, but they're all feeling empty inside. Lily has lost her creative spark because of rejections and money worries. Vivek is rich from his app but hates his life, working non-stop and ignoring his family. They bump into each other and share their pains, forming a quick bond. The big story is their encounter with the Spellbinder, a mysterious old speaker who steals the show. He's dressed weirdly with tattoos and a ponytail and gives a fiery talk on becoming a history maker. He shouts about ditching distractions and owning the dawn. No one knows who he is, but his words hit hard. As the chapter ends, the Spellbinder spots Ajax, Lily, and Vivek in the crowd and invites them backstage. It's a cliffhanger moment. They're chosen for something special. This chapter talks about how life calls us to grow, but we often ignore it. Sharma uses real-life hints like how famous artists and CEOs wake early to create. The example is the Spellbinder's speech, full of energy, where he says, "Your excuses are lies your fears have sold you." It motivates the characters to step up. The key point here is, answer the call to change your life. Surround yourself with inspiring people to break free from mediocrity. Chapter 3: The Moment of Crisis. Here the story ramps up as Ajax, Lily, and Vivek follow the Spellbinder backstage. The chapter focuses on their personal crises, moments where everything feels broken. Ajax confesses his suicide attempt, Lily talks about her failed art career and loneliness, and Vivek admits his success feels hollow with panic attacks from stress. The Spellbinder listens without judging, then shares that he's faced his own dark times. He reveals he's not just a speaker, he's a billionaire who lost everything once and rebuilt by joining the 5 a.m. Club. The main story is their emotional breakdown and breakthrough. The Spellbinder tells a short tale about Michelangelo, who rose early to paint the Sistine Chapel, saying great art comes from discipline, not just talent. He explains how modern distractions like phones kill creativity. The three friends feel seen for the first time. The chapter builds tension as the Spellbinder offers to mentor them, but only if they commit to waking at 5 a.m. starting tomorrow. They hesitate but agree, scared yet excited. Sharma talks about how crises are turning points. He uses science like how stress shrinks the brain if ignored. The example is a quick story of a famous CEO who turned his life around by early rising, avoiding burnout. The key point is, crises are opportunities for growth. Face your pain head-on to find your path to greatness. Chapter 4: The Spellbinder. Chapter 4 introduces the Spellbinder fully. He's actually Stone Riley, a reclusive billionaire who hides his wealth to teach real lessons. The chapter is about his wisdom and how he reveals the power of early mornings. The group meets at his beach house at dawn. Stone explains that 5 a.m. is magic time. The world is quiet, your mind is fresh, and you can build epic habits before distractions hit. He shares his story of going from broke artist to tycoon by owning his mornings. The story here is Stone's own journey. He was once homeless, sleeping on park benches, but read books on self-mastery and started waking early. One example is how he visualized his success while jogging at sunrise, which led to his first big business idea. Ajax, Lily, and Vivek listen in awe as Stone draws in the sand the 20-20-20 formula: 20 minutes exercise, 20 minutes reflection, 20 minutes learning. He warns that most people waste mornings on emails, dooming their day. The chapter discusses the four empires: mind, focus, heart, emotions, health, body, soul, purpose. Sharma adds fun facts like how exercise boosts brain chemicals for better mood. The key point is, mentors unlock your potential. The 5 a.m. routine builds the four empires for a balanced, powerful life. Chapter 5: The 5 a.m. Club. This chapter officially welcomes the characters to the 5 a.m. Club. Stone leads them through their first dawn session on the beach. It's about joining a club of elite performers who rise early, think artists, leaders, athletes. The story shows Ajax struggling to wake up, Lily yawning but excited, and Vivek doubting but trying. They do the 20-20-20, sweat with yoga, journal thoughts, read inspiring books. Stone shares a tale of Picasso painting at dawn to capture pure ideas. The main example is a group exercise where they visualize their dreams. Stone says, "Dawn is when gods walk the earth." The chapter talks about why 5 a.m. works. Less noise means more creativity, backed by brain science on transient hypofrontality, a calm state for genius ideas. They end with a club oath: own your morning, elevate your life. Sharma explains benefits like better energy and focus. No big crisis, just building excitement. The key point here is, joining the 5 a.m. club means committing to a routine that sparks genius and separates you from the average. Chapter 6: The 20-20-20 Formula. Chapter 6 breaks down the heart of the routine, the 20-20-20 formula in detail. Stone demonstrates it live. First 20 minutes, intense move like running or weights to fire up the body and release feel-good chemicals. Lily feels alive after sprints. Second, reflect with meditation or writing to calm the mind. Ajax journals his fears and lets them go. Third, grow by learning, reading, or listening. Vivek studies leadership quotes. The story is their first full session, awkward but transformative. Stone tells of J.K. Rowling writing Harry Potter early mornings, escaping poverty through focus. The chapter covers science: exercise grows brain cells, reflection reduces stress, learning builds smarts. They picnic after, sharing how it feels empowering. Sharma stresses tailoring it but keeping the structure. It's simple English: sweat, think, learn to win the day. The key point here is, the 20-20-20 formula is the mother of all routines. It boosts body, mind, and skills for peak performance. Chapter 7: The Four Interior Empires. Here Stone teaches about the four interior empires: mindset, positive thinking; heart-set, managing emotions; health-set, physical vitality; soul-set, spiritual connection. The chapter is a lesson on inner balance. The group meditates on each. For mindset, they affirm goals; heart-set, forgive past hurts; Lily releases art rejections. Health set is the move part; soul set, quiet prayer. Sharma role play, where Vivek acts out anger then calms it. Example: Stone's tale of a CEO who ignored heart set, leading to divorce but fixed it with daily reflection. The chapter says outer success fails without inner empires. Sharma uses easy analogies like a car needs all parts to run. The key point here is, build your four interior empires daily through the routine to achieve lasting happiness and achievement. Chapter 8: The Twin Cycles of Elite Performance. Chapter 8 introduces twin cycles: high achievement, work hard, and deep recovery, rest well. Stone explains burnout comes from one without the other. The story shows the group working on a project: intense focus, then naps. Ajax pushes too hard, learns to recharge. He shares story about a dancer who alternates practice and rest to avoid injury. Stone shares how he cycles 60 minutes work, 10 minutes break. Sharma talks about science: rest rebuilds willpower, they try it, feeling more productive. Key point is, balance achievement and recovery cycles to sustain elite performance without crashing. Chapter 9: The Habit Installation Protocol. This chapter is practical. It explains how to make 5 a.m. stick. Stone's protocol has stages: awareness, know why, association linked to joy, repetition, 66 days to automatic. The group tracks days on a chart. Vivek misses one morning, but Stone encourages no guilt. Stone shares a smoker quitting by linking pain to cigarettes. He says 66 days rewires the brain. The group celebrates day 7, gaining momentum. They discuss small steps like setting alarms to stick with it. The key point here is, use the 4-stage protocol to build lasting habits through consistency and positivity. Chapter 10: The Directing Mind. Chapter 10 teaches about controlling your directing mind. Thoughts shape reality. Stone leads visualization, imagine success vividly. The group pictures their dreams at dawn. Lily sees her art show, Ajax's healed family. The story involves a hike where they discuss negativity bias, how brains focus on fear. Stone shares Edison's example, visualizing bulbs despite 10,000 failures. Sharma says positive thoughts drive actions. The group practices, feeling hopeful, and vows to visualize daily. Key point is, master your directing mind with visualization to turn dreams into reality. Chapter 11: The Tight Bubble of Total Focus. Here it's about focus amid distractions. Stone introduces Tight Bubble of Total Focus, TBTF, 90 minutes deep work daily. The story shows the group planning projects in a quiet spot without their phones. Vivek finishes a task fast, Lily sketches freely. Stone shares a writer blocking noise to create a bestseller. He warns digital distractions steal genius. The group feels the flow state, energized by focus, and they commit to daily TBTF sessions. Key point: create a TBTF to protect your 5 assets: mind, energy, focus, talent, time for genius work. Chapter 12: The 90-91 Rule. Chapter 12 introduces the 90-91 rule. For 90 days, spend the first 90 minutes daily on one key skill. Stone assigns tasks, Lily paints a new series, Ajax rebuilds family ties, Vivek develops a wellness app. The story follows their first week. Lily sketches boldly, Ajax writes heartfelt letters, Vivek codes with focus. They track progress, celebrating wins like Lily's vibrant canvas. Stone says one obsession builds empires. Vivek skips a day, but Stone encourages restarting. An example is a violinist mastering her craft in 90 days by practicing daily at dawn, ignoring social media. Sharma explains that focused repetition rewires the brain for automatic skills. The group discusses fears, but Stone shares using 90-91 to launch his business, visualizing success daily. They commit to their goals, inspired by a sunset chat about becoming world-class. The chapter emphasizes micro-wins and practical tips like setting timers to stay focused. The key point here is, dedicate 90 minutes daily for 90 days to one skill to achieve world-class results. Chapter 13: The Power of Small Wins. Chapter 13 highlights small wins as the path to big results. Stone explains tiny actions compound like drops filling a bucket. The story shows Ajax journaling daily, gaining insights to reconnect with his daughter. Lily paints one stroke daily, building a masterpiece. Vivek tweaks his app, boosting downloads. Stone shares a bamboo tree example, it grows roots for years then shoots up fast. The group reviews 90-91 progress, thrilled by gains like Vivek's app milestone. Sharma says small wins release dopamine, fueling motivation. Stone adds a marathon runner's story who added 1 minute daily to win a race. This chapter teaches tracking habits and celebrating victories like a coffee treat. The group bonds at a bonfire, sharing how small steps reduce overwhelm. The key point in this chapter is, stack small wins daily to create massive success over time. Chapter 14: The 60-10 Method. Chapter 14 introduces the 60-10 method. Work 60 minutes, rest 10 to sustain energy. Stone demos during a brainstorming session. The group focuses then breaks for walks, returning with sharper ideas. Vivek solves a coding bug post-break. Lily sketches a bold design. Stone shares a chef's example, alternating 60-minute cooking with 10-minute rests for award-winning dishes. Sharma says breaks restore willpower, boosting creativity. The group notices clarity after naps or breaths. Stone advises using timers, avoiding phones during breaks. They end with a picnic, discussing how 60-10 fits busy lives. Key point is, use 60-10 cycles to maintain energy and creativity all day. Chapter 15: The Second Wind Workout. Chapter 15 presents the second wind workout, a midday exercise to recharge. Stone leads a beach run and yoga. The story shows the tired group revitalized. Lily brainstorms art, Ajax feels hopeful, Vivek tackles emails. Stone shares an athlete's example, using midday swims to boost evening performance. Sharma says afternoon exercise increases endorphins, reducing stress. The group discusses fitting 20-minute walks into busy days. Stone adds his lunch hour jogs, solved business problems. They end with smoothies ready for the evening. The key point is, a midday second wind workout recharges for sustained productivity. Chapter 16, The Traffic University. Chapter 16 turns commutes into Traffic University for learning via audio. Vivek listens to leadership podcasts while driving, sparking app ideas. Lily plays art history audio, inspiring techniques. Ajax hears motivational talks on a bus, rekindling hope. Stone shares an executive's example, learning negotiation during commutes to land deals. Sharma says audio learning builds knowledge effortlessly. The group swaps podcast tips, excited to use drives for growth. Stone mentions listening to philosophy in traffic, shaping his mindset. They vow to maximize every moment. The key point here is, turn commute time into learning for constant improvement. Chapter 17, The Heroes of the 5 a.m. Club. Chapter 17 visits Robin Island, teaching resilience via Mandela's story. Stone shares how Mandela rose early in prison, writing secretly to stay strong. The group reflects, Ajax is inspired to forgive partners, Lily to persist with art, Vivek to lead with purpose. Stone cites a scientist waking at 5 a.m. to discover a vaccine despite setbacks. Sharma says heroes use early mornings to build unbreakable spirits. The group meditates, internalizing courage. Stone shares rising early during homelessness, reading to stay hopeful. They leave inspired. The key point in this chapter is, emulate 5 a.m. heroes like Mandela for an unbreakable spirit. Chapter 18, Legacy and Urgency. Chapter 18 urges living with urgency for legacy. Stone shares his will, funding schools to teach 5 a.m. principles. The group commits to sharing lessons. Ajax mentors entrepreneurs, Lily teaches kids art, Vivek builds a wellness community. Stone cites Gandhi, rising early to write world-changing ideas. Sharma stresses acting now as time is short. The group transformed pledges to inspire others. Stone says his morning routine saved him, fueling his mission. They end with a sunrise pact to live boldly. The key point in this chapter is, use 5 a.m. discipline to build a meaningful legacy through service. If you loved this summary, like this video and share it with someone who could benefit from these powerful ideas. Your support inspires and encourages me to continue uncovering the wisdom hidden in the pages of the world's most impactful books. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest uploads. When will you join the 5 a.m. club? Tell us in the comments, and again, don't forget to check out our other videos and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.